Hello everybody. So Thursday English lesson, we're going to start with a little bit of handwriting because I know how much you all enjoy that. So halfway up the line we are going to do our W's. So very similar to the V, don't forget to do the line going out because that will help us when we come to join these together. Okay, can you do a line of lowercase w's? Right, let's try joining these up. Now they will begin to look a little bit funny, but we'll have a go. So halfway up, along, halfway up, along, halfway up, and don't forget to bridge out. Even though we're not joining that one to anything, we bridge out to make them all the same. Now these aren't too bad, but I've got a bigger gap here than I have here. So I wonder if I can do it better this time. Oh, that definitely looks more even. And remember, if I get my ruler, see if I can find my ruler. If I get my ruler, I should be able to put it on top. Should be halfway up the line, and they should all be the same. I wonder, what would be a good word? I know, let's do wonder. W, bridge across to the O, bridge across to the N, curly K, which turns into a D, into the E, into the R, wonder. Leave a finger space, wonder. Okay, can you do a line of wonder? A line of wonder, doesn't that sound amazing? And if you'd like to, you can put that into a sentence. Brilliant. Okay, now today we are going to continue with our spelling. So our year 3 and 4 spellings. Let me check if you can see my sheet. Oh, that's perfect. Lovely. Now, the spellings we are going to do today link in with some of our topic words. So we are going to think today about decide and notice. And when we're doing our geography, we often have to notice things in the world around us and maybe decide how they came about. Difficult and remember. Because sometimes things are difficult to remember, which is why we have to work extra hard on it. Library and often, and library is a brilliant word to be learning about because next week is World Book Day and libraries are one of my favourite places to go. Well, in normal times they're one of my favourite places to go because I love being able to choose books, but not even having to pay for them. It's brilliant. Quarter and eighth. Now I know we've done eighth before, but we're going to do it again today because obviously it links in with our fraction work. So quarter and eighth. So we've done it before, we're going to do it again. Eighth, because it is a tricky one. Interest and mention. Interest and mention. Lovely. Let me check that that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So those are my words. I will give you a clear list of them in just a moment. Remember, if those are too hard, you've still got your high frequency words checklist and your 200 high frequency words. So you can choose some of those you find tricky if that's more helpful for you. So you choose your own spellings if you find those ones a bit tricky. Now, today I'm just going to do it in my book. Let's have a look. Now, I chose this one because I knew we hadn't done it yet. Fancy letters. Write out each of your spelling words using fancy writing, and your letters could be curly or dotty. So my TLP for today is, can I spell key words correctly? I'm going to start with often, and I'm going to really try and imagine I am in old-fashioned times, maybe Victorian times, and I'm going to do excessively curly letters. So very, very fancy looking. And I can use as many lines as I like for this. That's absolutely fine. So I'm going to do my old-fashioned curling in and loop-a-de-loop. Often, really super curly. How curly can I make an F? I reckon I can make it super curly. Oh, goodness me, that's a really curly letter. Okay, curly T. And even a curly line going across. Oh, this is much curlier than my first one, isn't it? What about the E? Oh, it's almost like it's got lots of little E's inside it. Curly, curly, curly. Looks like an old-fashioned telephone wire. You guys have probably never seen one of those. Often. Now, I must just make sure that does look like an N rather than an M. Perfect. Okay. So I could also do, library. Now, library is a really good one to do because it's got like a kind of a silent letter. So we can do dotty letters this time. Lie. Oh, you can't really see that. I'm going to make that a really big dot to make it very clear. Be confusing otherwise. Lie. Bra. So you've got to think of the bra. Library. Library. Sometimes I like to say words in a slightly strange way because it helps me to remember them. Library. So that's a little dotty way. I could do a big dotty way for another one. Let's try decide. Big dots this time. I'm going to run out of space on this page. Maybe I'll use this page as well. Okay, that's big dots. D, side. You have to be an even bigger dot this time to make sure it stands out. Wow, what funny letters. Fancy letters. This is. You know, and you could do it all in capitals. You could do it in a different sort of font. You could do it square. I don't think we've done anything square yet, actually. Let's try interest. Right, I am going to go over to here. So interest, like a robot doing letters. Interest. That might take a little bit of practice to get that really square. Okay, so that's done for, that's practiced 4 of my words. What else could I do? What have we not done? Oh, spelling shapes. That's interesting. So for spelling shapes, we are going to count your spelling words. So we know we've got 10, although I've got 6 left. Draw 1 shape for each word. Now write a spelling word in each of the shapes. So you can choose circles, squares, hexagons, maybe a star shape. You could do rectangles, all sorts of different shapes, and then write it in. Okay, I've got a really good idea for this one. So quarter, well that makes sense. I know exactly what I'm going to do for that. I'm going to draw a quarter of a circle. And inside it, if I've got enough space, I'm going to write the word quarter. I might have to put it onto 2 lines. Now let me just double check that I've spelled that correctly. Q-U-A-R-T-E-R, because it is one of those ones I sometimes find a little bit difficult. So quarter. Wonderful. And you can do all sorts of different shapes. So that is a way to practice the spellings. I will give you a list of all the spellings I'd like you to practice, or of course you can choose your own. Good luck with that. And we'll see your spellings later on Zoom. Bye for now.